Hello everyone and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We've got another Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament 2022. It's just round 4 match here between Tyvarius and Pickles and Beer. I'm starting with the Uncommon Days Royale. How are you doing?
Doing well, Star. Thank you. Excited for the matchup between these two runners here. Should be pretty good.
Yep, got two newer runners to the community, both first-timers into the Standard Tournament. Hoping to keep it, stay live in the tournament, because you do need 3 wins to move on, and they're both 1 and 2. Whoever wins goes to 2 and 2, whoever loses goes to 1 and 3, and is out of the running for the main bracket. So we'll see how this goes. She also has a ton of faith in Tyvarius and dropped 67,000 points on him. Thanks, Trails, and should be a fun one. Give these guys a follow, Tyvarius and Pickles and Beer, and to my Cocom Royale as well. Who's also doing the clickety clack tonight. And as a side note, in case anyone wants to see Tyvarius stream in a banana costume, that's his current follower goal. We're 7 short of it. If people want to see that, links in the chat. Yeah, but we should be off shortly. What kind of flags do you want to see tonight, Royale?
Well, I mean, who doesn't love a good islands biome, really? We saw a couple islands in the last race. That was nice. I also enjoy vanilla shuffled, although we've seen a lot of vanilla in this seed, or in this tournament already, so I could take it or leave it, but I do enjoy vanilla shuffled biomes.
Yeah. Pickles started a little bit early. Whoopsies. And speaking of vanilla, we've got it again! Yay!
Okay, so not vanilla shuffled, but still vanilla. Okay, so we've got
Great
a vanilla
West. Yawn! Tyvarius does not look amused. And it throws a hand up in the air and it's like, really? Really, game? Okay. Hey, TAH in the chat, who is also like, let me sign up another vanilla map as we get the hammer here in, whatever cave that is, because I never remember.
This is Vanilla Magic Container Cave.
Thank you for...
nice find early with Vanilla Overworld, since now we can break boulders and we don't necessarily have to go through Jump Cave to get to that southern portion.
Yep. Vanilla West, as per the typical, we've only got a couple spots to start with. We've got Magic Container Cave, we've got Heart Trophy Cave, we've got Parappa, we've got Rauru, and we can check the spell in Ruto. Thankfully we found the hammer to get out of this early area, because that can be a bit hard at times.
Yeah, and we've got a Moa as the first enemy here in Trophy Cave, and another Ruto Reflect, so we need the trophy for Reflect in this seed.
Yep, time to find out where that trophy is, as we get the ending key here.
That's a nice early find. Don't have to worry about depleting magic in palaces using fairy to get through doors.
Yep, always good to get early trophy in the east.
Okay.
And crossing DM, okay. Apparently I need a refresh. We'll do that. Apologies, and... I did also hit... Okay, that should be better now. Apologies, part of it's to do with Pickles' side, because he is doing okay right now. I think the lag is mostly from the actual game, not from his stream's end, because he did warn me about potential frame traps today. And alright, should hopefully be a bit better synced as the runners both just had a simultaneous death in different areas.
And I think Ty got to look at that magic key before he died in Trophy Cave.
So he's gonna pick that up now. And immediately up out of here. Good choice.
And so far, nobody in Rauru knows anything. Both runners getting the spell in Rauru. Vanilla Shield.
Yep.
I personally like an early shield, especially. Sometimes the low attack and life levels in the early game can be just brutal.
Oh, for sure.
Especially if enemy health rolls up. Alright, so Pickles knows now that trophy is required for Reflect.
And Ty is going to be the first of our two runners to head south.
Straight into Heart Container Cave.
Vanilla West, pretty typical routing. Find the item, go for the item location, stop by towns on the way, eventually check the palaces, and at some point or another, eventually get around to checking the continental connectors as we get a candle, which he'll take. Nice to have early.
Yeah, early candle is nice, especially, you know, both of these runners are newer to the Zelda 2 rando, so that's nice to not have to do dark caves when you're not as familiar with the randomizer. But also, once again, on those like low attack and life levels, it's just nice to be able to see what's coming toward you in some of these caves.
Mm-hmm. Magic container is very nice to get here. And thank you, yep. Trail's noting correctly as you see on Tyvarius' side that fire is linked to shield today, so meh. Especially because shield is already 19 at Magic 2.
Yep, there's not going to be any Fire Fairy or Fire Thunder bailouts here today.
Or Fire Reflect.
Or Fire Reflect.
They've got Catalyst 2 in Parappa.
P2, nice teal color up there. Pickle's gonna give us our first look at the grass tile.
Tyvarius is going to talk to Bagu, which is needed to access the western continental connector cave without ferry. He's going to head on over to the other remaining item location over here. So we will have seen all 6 item locations in the west between these two runners very shortly. After he gets a ferry, which is smart.
Pickle's doing a pretty nice job on the double Dairas here. Tie into Medicine Cave. Okay, Blue Moblin's not hitting as hard. Sometimes those Blue Moblins can really hit hard on lower life levels.
Oh yeah. This cave is lagging for Tyvarius!
All the projectiles.
Indeed, and it doesn't help there's a whole lot of fireballs too.
Oh, and I think Pickles took an up A there before he saw the grass tile. An up A or a game over? Game
I
over,
think he was on
maybe?
the verge of game overing.
Yeah, I saw the bop towards the drink.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. And those are a pair of boots over here for Tyvarius.
Yeah, I mean, this, could be helpful. I mean, even if we end up with a vanilla or vanilla shuffled west, we'll need them to check out the Ocean Palace area, or east. If we end up with an Islands East, they'll be more helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and Pickles is headed back to the grass tile over here.
Boots are also good for potentially Maze Island. Vanilla and Vanilla Shuffled East both have uses for boots. And you never know about Death Mountain.
Pickles taking another bop on this platform encounter, which in the vanilla game is bubbles, but in the rando, as you can see, we have fun randomized flying things.
Ooh, that's worth a trip. That's a raft here.
Definitely, yeah, and we know we're gonna need that. Raft tile will be in its vanilla spot in the southern portion of this western continent.
Yep. I think that was a jump for Tyvarius here in Saria. I was not paying the most attention, but I think that's what it was. The trophy is on the east. Oh, and it's fire in Saria, correct. Thank you for the correction, Nochi. We did see that hint for trails. On both runners' sides, they both know where that trophy is. They'll need to find it at some point eventually. Because fire is linked to shield, and so there's no getting around that reflecting route today. We'll see our first continental connector here. Oh, great! That is a Vanilla Shuffle DM!
Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain!
Yay!
Giving chat the content that they want. Tyvarius is not happy about this.
At least, well, we know that one of the items in here is the cross. They really hope they don't need the other. Tyvarius, on the other hand, also just has no idea where his raft is. For all he knows, his raft is in there. Because he hasn't been up to Parappa yet. Probably one of the reasons why he's kind of mad.
I don't blame him for noping out of this.
Yeah, 2-2-3, lowish levels.
Agreed, Trails. It's kind of weird to see him walk out of there.
I don't know either, in all honesty, as he gets a 1-up here. I'm not sure where he wants to go either. There's nothing particularly... Well, I guess he could head for Mido, but I don't know how much that would do him anything, really, at this point. Anything for him, maybe? There's not a lot he can actually do in this southern portion of the map right now with his current set of items, as Pickles gets his magic jar there.
Oh yeah, Ty really needs to go up to Parappa and grab that raft if he's not gonna dig that Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain.
Well, he needs to at some point anyway, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty much his only options at this point. I mean, I guess you've got any key, you could dip palaces, but this early without the glove, it just doesn't seem like the smartest, most efficient play.
No, not really.
So let's see, Ty is going to head toward Mido, it looks like.
Yep. And yeah, the other thing too is he has at most He's going for the other
Or
Death Mountain
not. He's
entrance.
gonna, yeah, he is gonna
Ty,
check that.
hoping for a quick access to the one of the items. We saw Spectral Rock from the other connector, but it being visible tells us Jackal and Vanilla shuffled. I think Tyvarius has probably gotten at least one Vanilla shuffled at some point. Less it's Vanilla shuffled at this point. Kind of hard to. We've gotten so many of them this tournament, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and I mean, even if he hasn't gotten one in the tournament, he's definitely played practice seeds with vanilla shuffled biomes before.
And he does decide, I guess I'm going.
Yep, Pickles finding his way into Medicine Cave.
You'll see Ty pause as he takes caves because one does need to take notes to remember where you've been, where you're going in Vanilla Shovel Death Mountain, because it's an interesting time as Pickles gets his boots. What's interesting to me is Tyvarius is not checking both caves in an area before choosing one of them. Because, who knows where the Hammer Cave is, and okay, he just decides, to heck with that, I'm out of here. Don't blame him, it's not the most amusing of digs. I hope he's off the route now, he's heading in that direction at least.
Yeah, I think he is. He doesn't really have anywhere left to go.
Nope. Pickles, in the meantime, is heading for Saria and the
Pickles is about to get the bad news.
Yes, he is. He's about to find out. Oh, great! Thanks, game. With Vanilla Shuffle DM. Let's see how Tyvarius does in this encounter, because that gave Pickles a ton of trouble earlier.
Yeah, and with no way to get early downstab, this can be an experience here when you have, the flying rocks and those Bago heads.
Yeah, just everything flying at you and trying to knock you off. Like that!
Okay, and I think Pickles doesn't realize that fire is shield yet, maybe? He did stop there in Saria and grab fire.
Maybe hoping it'll be a bit cheaper, I don't know. Mind you, shield's usually not that expensive to begin with, as Tyvarius does survive this trip. He didn't read the sign, that would also be why, as Tyvarius does get that raft now. And he is out of here. He's off to see where that raft goes. Either Maze Island or the East, and if it's the East, is it Vanilla or Vanilla Shuffled East? Pickles finding out, oh great, about this Death Mountain, and is gonna take a quick peek in here as well.
Yep, and both our runners kind of electing... Okay, so Vanilla Fairy. So we definitely need that medicine.
Yep.
Ty
I'm not gonna find it right in his hand. Oh boy, that is a Vanilla Shuffle.
Oh boy. Ty looks pretty pleased with this entire situation.
Very pleased indeed as he finds P3 or 6.
That's a great spot for the raft tile, actually, I love it.
It is 100% fantastic as he finds Sunken Feedback Cave.
So this seed is something.
This seed sure is.
Pickles
vanilla,
about to
vanilla,
get...
and more vanilla.
Pickles is about to get like the extra. Oh, is Pickles gonna pick up the hint for medicine here? Ty did not. Or maybe he's just refilling life. Ty was like, heck no, ain't nobody got time for that.
No, there's a third magic spell item here, the child.
Okay, Pickles just got a clue, but I missed what Rebanek is riding with tonight.
Me as well.
The glove?
Glove,
Oh,
okay.
oh my goodness, excellent.
Really? Game? Really? Okay. So let me go dig out my map of Z2, because I needed to take notes here. Vanilla Shuffled. Secret
Oh,
14,
Ty taking a death
6.
to an invisible Moa.
Yep.
And Pickles takes one look at this Vanilla Shuffled East and is like, maybe I'll just take Vanilla Shuffled Death Mountain instead.
7 jars for Nukasuda's old lady here. So they will be getting that for a while, and medicine's in Death Mountain, so they'll definitely need to dig that. Or most likely, at least, considering fairies in there. Woohoo!
It just gets better and better.
Very much so. This is a great scene as Tyvarius is going to pick up the spell. Let's see if it's castable at Magic 3. Verdict is... yes, he can get the item out of the spell tower. It is 5 magic jars and a cost of 66.
Alright, well, he doesn't know that this is not his glove or medicine, because it could be the hey, look at that.
Speaking of, but yeah, because he has not seen those hints. Pickles, having seen that medicine in Death Mountain hint, is gonna go dig it out. However long it takes, he's in here. I do wonder, is it gonna be Spec Rock or Hammer Cave for this medicine, and which one will he find first? Vanilla Shuffled East also does mean we do need a flute.
Yeah, and another thing about Vanilla Shuffled East is that it can be, fun with pass-through caves.
Oh, it can. Tyvarius is not gonna rake at Hamrock, but is gonna check out this tile over here, which is quite forgettable indeed. I think that's a desert tile of some type, assuming he can remember where it actually is. There we are, and it's an encounter.
One of the horrible encounters, yes.
That caught people up in Max Rando finals this earlier this year. Yeah, because
that tile location.
Yep, because they needed to find a hammer, I think buried in Death Mountain, to get over there. That is a bridge, but not the one you want. Thanks, game. But yes, boots do allow you to get up to the northern part of the map, but does not allow you to get to the southern part, as we find P4 at the top end of the northeastern cave, as the map calls it. How many tiles are hiding on this east? Probably quite a few. I mean, it's Vanilla Shuffled. What's new? And that is, well, the Valley of Death encounter, and another desert tile, which does not have the item. I wonder where the actual item location desert tile is at, because it's not there, and Tyvarius doesn't want to hike back.
The one desert tile. I don't blame him for that. He doesn't have downstab. The Lizalvos and Scorpions hit hard. He's probably just like, no, I am good.
Yep, and he is instead going to go get his reflect. Might as well, no reason not to. Now he's here, and then we'll see where he goes next, as Pickles is still looking for this medicine. I have no clue where he's been or where he's going. He doesn't know where he's going either. Because Vanilla Shuffle DM is going to be Vanilla Shuffle DM.
Taking an unfortunate death to Gorilla Boomerangs there. Hi, turning in that trophy. The one nice thing about... Oh, unfortunate dead end there for Pickles, but one nice thing about doing this lovely Vanilla Shuffle DM a little early is that it is giving Pickles the opportunity to pick up a good amount of XP and, you know, take some early attack levels, which I think are, you know, that could be helpful for him later.
Yeah, it's always good to get early levels. Pickle's not really prioritizing magic levels right now, but that is fine. Doesn't particularly need to at the moment with his current set of spells. Yes, you wanted that one up, and Tyvarius has resigned himself to sailing back. He's probably not happy about it, but he's back.
He's less unhappy about this than he is about Vanilla Shuffle DM, and I don't blame him for that.
Correct, although I do hope he eventually gets around to reading that medicine hint, otherwise I'm not sure when he's going in there for it.
Yeah, if he doesn't check that hint, then he could easily hard last location that medicine.
Yeah, although he doesn't have a lot of places to check. Depending on where this Passer Cave goes, he's a little bit locked out of the east at the moment. Medicine leads to Fairy Chamber.
I'm not able to take down the blue Lizalfos with just shield, so this time he casts Reflect. And it's good use of the Reflect spell. Can block those... I don't know what the heck, those mace things that the blue Lizalfos are throwing.
I'm not sure what they're throwing either, but they hurt.
Meanwhile, poor Pickles continues to, you know, deal with this Death Mountain situation.
Yep, just this. Good little Death Mountain roulette. Take a cave, hope you get pick right, otherwise, good luck.
Oh,
Ty
Ty.
is a
Badge
game over.
taking a game over. He was so patient with the blue guy too, and you know, just gave him a hug. Gave him a hug, and it was not working out.
Yep. Rando is randoming them both right now.
And Ty's just like, okay, challenge accepted game. I will go back to the east before I go anywhere near your Vanilla Shuffle DM. He's committed.
I mean, what are his options? He's got that, he's got P2 in the... He's got that, he's got P2 in Paraba, he's got P4 that he just walked past, he might have the palace in the Medora's Swamp, assuming that's not it, and ooh, here's a bridge to Mace Island. That's actually a substantially better thing to do right now. Here at the Secret 12
we've got
location.
Hammer Cave on Pickle's side.
Alright, is this it, or is it not?
Hi, attack 3 Guma? Ty, please. What's the attack 3 Guma?
Is that P5 in the
It is, yes. P5 in Maze
Alright.
Island.
At least Tyvarius has boots here to make this not entirely
Yeah,
friendly
this
Maze Island.
exploration is definitely much easier.
Yep. There's item number 1, which is a heart container. He will take that, considering how many times he died in that cave. And this layout is not fun.
Yeah, he's probably definitely glad he has boots for this.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
this will take
Pickles.
much longer with that.
Let's see. Pickles is going to show us what this hammer cave has here, if he can make it past the red Dyra. I think he just needs 2 more hits on him.
It's either the cross or the medicine. We'll find out which. And there's medicine. Alright, so do not need to go to Spectacle Rock for it, as Tyvarius takes a death. Yowp.
Yeah, I think digging that early medicine, I think that puts Pickles at a pretty significant advantage, because he's going to be able to have Fairy.
Which,
Yeah,
assuming it's
Mirai.
castable, is going to make encounters like what Tyvarius has just died twice to a lot easier. And Mirai is definitely not paying a lot of attention. Medicine leads to Fairy, and we saw that hint that it was in Death Mountain, which is why Pickles is just in Death Mountain for a good few minutes.
By resetting his lives there at Palace 5.
Good idea, he was on his last. And he's really hoping this item's not in the bottommost, in the furthest corner, because that would suck. Trying to remember which way would let him skip the encounter. Here's Fairy for Pickles.
Alright, and at 44, he will be able to pick up his downstab on the way out of Mito.
Very nice. More quality of life things. I wonder honestly why Tyvarius didn't go read that medicine hint, to be honest with you. A little baffled by that when you know it's blocking the fairy spell and you probably want to find it. These Lozalfus are not fun for Ty.
Yeah, I think if your combat's not the greatest, or if you're new to Rando, or both, Maze Island can be really difficult depending on the enemy set without downstab, like the encounters.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ty could cast Reflect against the blue guy. Seem to be pretty I mean, Attack 3 is notoriously bad.
It
So
is, and that's game over.
Pickles is going to give us Fairy. He's going to show us Fairy Cave, and we're going to see what is this palace down here on the west.
Yep,
So far, we've only seen P2.
Yep, this will be the third on the island palace. Ty seems to have decided he is going to go and dig P2. Okay.
I mean, I guess if you're committed to not touching Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain and you're getting your butt kicked everywhere else, then, you know.
Not a terrible choice as we find GP on the island. Well, we're not going back there for a while.
We have some nice color palettes so far today.
Yeah, we do. I like this teal. P5 was a nice slate gray. We've got whichever one of 3 or 6 you saw earlier is a nice bright green color.
P4 was yellow, like not a bright yellow either.
Yeah.
Oh hey, and we're gonna get to see what the palette. So Pickles doing some recon work here to find out what all the palaces on the west are.
Yep, Ty seeing the room over up at the top of the elevator there, which is, well, okay, he's definitely not doing P2. The room up at the top of the elevator is glove locked or fairy locked. The going left from that elevator is hard glove locked. He's out of there.
Yep,
Not sure
and
where the
that
glove is, but he wants it for that too.
glove is in P3. So if we find
Oh,
P3, we know Rebanak rides with the glove. And Pickles is in 3 or 6, which is in the swamp area where Vanilla P2 usually is. So hopefully we see a window here.
The other one is in the same third of the map as the vanilla raft tile in the east.
Okay.
Like in that middle section. I also can head into this, what would you call this shade of reddish purple?
Yeah, it's kind of pink, kind of not. Let's see what it looks like on Ty's screen.
Slightly more reddish.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so P3, we've got a Rebanak, and Ty has no downstab, so this Rebo fight is not going to be fun for him. And he didn't go into Mito, so he didn't get the hint that Rebanak rides with the glove.
Yep. I think he'll probably stick around for that. I'm just trying to look for something or anything that will help him get through this not entirely amusing scene. We'll see.
If he sticks this out, he'll definitely be able to get the glove out of here, and he'll be happy with that. Meanwhile, Pickles doing a really nice job on that Rebo fight.
Yep. I guess this P3 is kind of grape colored, at least on Pickles' side. It's a little too reddish for that for Ty.
Yeah, you know, there's these palettes that are almost like duochrome, kind of. Like there'll be like, you know, a gray with red, and this one is almost like a pink and purple. It seems like, or pink and like bluish.
Yeah, it does seem like there's a little bit of a different color like, between the bricks. Lots and lots of beeping for Ty.
Alright, Pickles has found the item room. Doomknocker's worth 200 today. That's some decent XP.
150 for a red iron knuckle's pretty good too, and there's the glove. Pickles is gonna probably try and see if he can't get to the 1740 and then go turn in the gem. Well, assuming he survives because these enemies are not being kind. And are taking experience points off him, because that's what bubbles do.
Yeah, and it seems like attack 4 is noticeably much better than attack 3.
I think so.
Too many sprites on the screen for Ty to see what the dripper enemy is there. Okay, Pickles is like, no, I'm not even gonna bother with this extra XP. Just let me get my gem and my glove and get the heck out of here.
Fair enough. He has to get a move for Ty, so he will find this glove. Assuming he survives this room.
Yeah, Ty, please, get an attack level, sir. Please.
He's close to A level, which, okay, that's magic 4, so he's getting there.
He should be happy with that glove, though. Not last locating
yeah.
the glove is always a win in Z2R.
It is, especially because he just got glove locked out of P2 a minute ago. Where's Pickles going?
So Pickles
I guess
placed
he
the
wants the
gem,
level.
canceled out of, yeah, and now he's going back to get what I am assuming is an attack level.
I think so. At 435, I think that's gonna be attack.
Yeah,
Too
and
bad.
honestly, I don't hate this play. Attack 5 is usually, at least for me, where the game starts to feel playable. Yeah, and Pickles is less than 300 XP away from the next level.
This will be 150 off this Iron Knuckle. I mean, he might as well just go do the 50-50 for a bit here. And if he can't, at least, cast, well, I'm not sure what even that did. There we are.
No, she for you, the game gets playable at thanks a million.
And there's attack 5 for Pickles, who's doing something of a little bit of a power leveling strat here, where you rush attack levels early and keep at least the one or both of magic and life lower, and then get those up at the end. Don't tend to see that as often for newer runners, just because it's harder to do that. You're effectively doing a class cannon strategy there, which is difficult to do, especially when the seeds just decided to be a bit mean like this one has. But it's working out fairly well for Pickle so far. He's off to BP2. He does have both Glove and Fairy, so we'll be able to get through there for certain.
So far, it looks like Ty's not doing terrible with Downstabless Rebo. It just, takes longer.
It does. As you said that, he took a bop.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that I comms cursed you into getting stabbed in the ass, Ty. That's my bad.
Sadly, the fireballs from the fire cell do absolutely nothing to Rebo. Alright, I think this room that Pickle's going through is either Fairy or I think Glove and Downstab block. It's a bit of a... You can get through here without Fairy, I think, but it requires a pretty stupid combination of things. So
Yeah.
that one's usually a Fairy lock.
Yeah, and I mean, usually when I see all those blocks that you have to, like stab to make into stairs, I'm just like, oh, do I have fairy? Let's use that. It's more efficient.
It's so slow to go through otherwise. As you find a heart container, he'll take that.
Ty doing a nice job there on Downstabless Rebo. Like, he really was very patient, on... Got down to pretty low health there. And he is going to play his first gem.
Yeah. First gem and what should, I think, finally be his attack 4. Or nope, melee 5. Okay, never mind. Huh, attack 5 and attack 4 and magic 5 are the same cost.
Yeah, when that happens to me, a lot of times I take the one that I don't mean to.
Yeah, good riddance. Spam bot in chat.
No, ZeldaSpeedRuns is already famous. It's fine.
I haven't actually seen one of those in a while on ZSR, so, good riddance.
Okay, Pickles is on a helmet headhunt here.
Yep.
As
And
Ty is
Tyvarius
Ty
is
back in the
next.
east.
Oh dear. Well, I guess he's out with the P4. He does have Reflect and the glove and the any key, so it's not the worst of ideas. Or no, that's P3. P4 is Delta Bear. Oops. Bad news. P4 is up in the northern bit of the map. Going through this room in the other direction is also entertaining. It's just glove locked from right to left, instead of the mess that is going from left to right. Pickle's very close to another level as Ty takes a death. And yeah, that would defend P6 on the east there. Ty, as I get reminded. Rain can't count, apparently. And I've got a walk-through wall here for Pickles.
I love the fake wall room. Especially when people don't know the game and they're just like, what are you doing? And then you jump in the wall.
Yep. It's like,
Good fun.
And because he knows Zelda 2 is a 30-something-year-old NES game, as that is certainly a spot to get dumped out from Ty. Confirming that Three-Eyed Rock is required, they will need the flute for that, so even though they have a way to the southern portion of this map, Vanilla Shuffle does tend to generally. Well, they might need the flute for Three-Eyed Rock. It is Vanilla Shuffled. Who knows what's actually under it, I think. We do actually have a town at the new Kasuto location, though it's not hidden, so that's amusing. And, well, the seed is being a seed. I think we've likely got at least one. I think we've probably got a palace hiding out in the valley, and possibly at least one town over there too, by the looks of this mess.
P2 on the slightly long and trolly side today.
Yes, it is. Game does like to do that. And there's a heart container for Ty. Well timed.
And that is the one and only desert tile. At least the one and only that gives any kind of possibility for progression items.
And as I expected, here's a town in the valley, which is Darunia, giving us the life spell for rescuing the child. Thanks. This P2 is extremely glove-locked.
Yeah, pretty much it's like every room is like, here's some blocks for you to break. We want to make that glove worth your while.
Trails, the medicine is in Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain. Fire read the hit. We're not sure why, but
no, it was
eventually.
It was in Hammer Cave Trails. Pickles spent probably a good 10 to 12 minutes in there and never did find the way to Spec Rock.
Nope, as we get the life spell for Tyvarius and Helmet heads down for Pickles, who is up to 635. Quite the levels here. This will be Magic 4. Yeah, Tyvarius never read the hint for the medicine. We don't know why, but he'd probably like it at some point. Tyvarius cannot get downstab. We haven't seen jump, and, well, Fairy is behind the medicine in question. It's a water tile, or a water tile at least. And that's got a magic jar, okay. So, without the hint, really doesn't want to dig Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain. Unfortunately for him, we know he does. Most likely, it's quite rare to have a fairyless seed.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't absolutely need it, it's just so useful for so many things.
It is. Let's get this encounter skip. Very nice. As Pickles has finally decided, I've cleared out the west. It is time to go east.
Pickles is like, well, I dealt with Vanilla Shuffled Death Mountain. I guess I'll go deal with Vanilla Shuffled East now.
Yep. So Pickle's gonna follow in Ty's steps for a little while as Ty,
Ty finally getting attack 4. Good
yeah, that'll
man.
make a big difference for
Oh
him because
yeah,
he's
I
died
imagine this
so
will,
many times.
yeah, this should make his life a lot easier.
Yeah, because he has died a lot in this seed.
Okay, Pickle. Ty still playing Fun with Connector Caves on Vanilla Shuffled West. That's a fun dead end. So I think Ty is trying to find his way to that last segment of Valley of Death that he hasn't been able to access.
Yeah, it could also be attempting to find, I think one of the town, which I think likely has a, well, there's two segments to the left. One with the, like, that little teeny bit with the, well, here's the Inukasudo area, but there's two technically bits of Death Mountain left, Valley of Left Death left, as we find Thunder in the brewer
Hey,
at the
I mean,
Inukasudo location.
so Free Thunder is pretty decent. So really, you know, oh, and Pickles in the item room in P6.
Art container, alright. Why not?
Ty's gonna very, very nicely help this lady get some water.
Yeah, because we can't just, walk over. He can't just, go over and get it themselves.
No, she's got to make sure that her uncle here stays locked in the basement. She's guarding him to make sure he doesn't escape.
So he doesn't thunder everyone in town, I guess.
That's right.
Jump is confirmed to be in Old Kasuto Trails, though
Yep,
where
we've
in Old
seen...
Kasuto physically is, I think at this point it's in the Valley of Death behind a connector cave, who knows where. And Ty decides to agree. P6 is being P6. Long, convoluted, and Pickles.
Yep, on brand for sure. Pickles looking
So,
for everyone's favorite dragon, Barbara Streisand.
at least the color's pretty decent. It's a nice leafy green. Not of the obnoxiously bright type either, which is good, because neon green gets a little harsh on the eyes at some point. There sure are a lot of elevators in this 6 as usual.
Okay,
And
so
okay,
Ty
Ty
is
is
fed
going...
up. He's like, I have looked in several places.
He has finally decided to
And
give in and go figure out where the heck's this, well, he's gonna roll his eyes at that because he got
I
the
think
glove out 20 minutes
he's
ago.
going to be, I'm sure, very happy to discover that his medicine for what is almost certainly required fairy, and I agree with Trails, it might not be required, but that is a gamble that I think most runners are not willing to take.
Yep, and there's the hint for him, and he is not amused.
And there's the face.
Yep. Just a grumpy sigh and frown, and then the
Yes,
eye roll.
Nochi, you are right. It was an epic eye roll.
It sure was. And yeah, that's a point, right? Fairy is hard required in Vanilla Shuffled West because you need to get to the
Oh,
Island
that's
Palace.
right. Yeah, so, yep, it's true.
Ty has resigned himself. Okay, I guess, game. Thanks. I guess I'll go to Vanilla Shuffle DM. I really don't want to, but I guess I have to.
Oh, Pickles was doing such a nice job on Barbra Streisand and then got bopped into the lava.
Yep. So, goodbye to Ty for the next 10 to 15 minutes. Depending on how long exactly it actually takes him to find this hammer cave. I haven't the slightest idea how Pickles got there, only that he did eventually get there after 10 or 15 minutes, but
Ty,
look.
I wish you speed through this Death Mountain, sir, and I hope that you find Hammer Cave before Spec Rock.
Yep. Pickles autopiloting into the key off Barbara, even though they've had the Eddie key for pretty much the entire seed. This will be attack 6 for 7, sorry, for Pickles. We know that it is a cross in Death Mountain, Nochi. I think Ty saw that hint, but I'm not sure. And now Pickles is looking through the Vanilla Shuffle East. He's gonna find a child here, if memory serves. So, first time really in this seed that our runners are doing something the others already done because they diverged so much earlier in this seed. What do you think of this mess so far? Rael.
I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of vanilla. I think
Yeah, it's an
that
understatement.
yeah, I think that even though Pickles doesn't have the trophy or reflect, I still think that I would give them the advantage. Just because of having already dug Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain, getting Fairy, scouting GP. You know, Ty
They'll
has
find it.
yeah, and Ty has this Eastern overworld exploration advantage, but is
It's not saying a ton in
missing a
Vanilla
few
Shuffled.
other things.
And trophy is here, Trails, in
Yeah, trophy is
Spelltower.
he's about to pick up the trophy right now. He just grabbed the child out of Sunken Pea Bag.
Yep. Fairy is 43 presently, and Magic 4 still kind of expensive. No clue what it is at Magic 5 for Ty, because he
He
doesn't
doesn't
have
have it
it.
yet. I was just looking. I'm like, wait, where's Fairy? Right, he's looking for that medicine right now.
Yep. Well, he found Spectral Rock. Okay. That's a thing. I guess he'll have the cross. For Ty, we will have tracker percent today.
Okay, did Pickles just nope out? Yeah, he just noped out of New Kasuto and didn't check the spell tower.
Pickles?
Pickles, please.
Hello? I know I know spell's castable because it was castable for Ty and like Magic 2.
Okay, here we go.
There we are. Momentary brain
He
fart.
must have realized it. Yeah, don't get too far away from here, Pickles.
Yep, and Ty is not happy about this Death Mountain.
Yeah, I don't really blame him. Like, Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain is just gross. Like, no matter what your skill level is, it's gross.
It is.
Oops,
So,
Pickles had Fast Cast on and just cast Shield by accident, and now has to go back for magic to cast Spell. Ooh.
oops.
Ty's like, well, if I'm in here, I might as well get some XP out of it. Refilling for like a bar and a bit, maybe a bar and a half. That's awesome.
Yeah. Not the best.
Okay, here we go. Pickles was able to cast spell, getting the trophy.
And he's gonna hike back out. No surprise he didn't just update to get Reflect. He'll have to do so at some point, so I guess it doesn't matter a ton which way, because P4 is relatively... Although he hasn't actually seen P4, I guess he knows it's around here someplace. I is wondering. Is actually castable here at Magic 5, only just with 5 bars of magic, only just cast, not by much, it's 77, but it is doable, just shy of 5 bars total at Magic 5.
Alright, Pickles has just found the Maze Island Bridge in Palace 5 here.
Yep, we'll see how he does in this, rather gray palace. Purplish, a little bit purple.
Yeah, I like
bluish
this
tint.
color. Yeah, I like this when it does like the gray with the purple or pink undertone. I like it.
Yep. I have no idea where Hammer Cave is or how Tyvarius got there, to be honest.
Well, so that 4-way with the little rock in the middle was... Pickles was in there not long before he found Hammer Cave, and I just don't remember which way was the right way out of that.
Mm.
But I don't think he took it because I don't remember seeing this. Pickles getting lucky there on the block bridge. It's, you know, downstab can be dangerous on those block bridges, especially if you're jackhammering a blue iron knuckle. It's very easy to just yeet yourself right into the lava.
By the way, happy 1 hour, everyone! If a runner is a follow, Tyvarius and Pickles, and to my co-com, Royale, who's also doing Clickety Clack, much appreciated.
Yes, and for anyone who has any interest in seeing Tyvarius stream in a banana costume, he has a follower goal and is currently, you know, only 7 followers away. So definitely follow both our runners, but there's an extra incentive to go give Tyvarius a follow.
It's a banana costume!
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want to watch someone stream in a banana costume, really?
I've had the joy of watching somebody, an OTR player, run in a unicorn onesie before.
That is excellent. I love it.
It's a hilarious sight. The first time was for a tournament race I was monitoring, and I'm like, what the heck are you wearing? And his response was, it was a sub-goal.
Alright.
Now that's an idea from chat. Get Pickles to wear a Pickles costume and have them co-stream on something completely random. That would be funny. Pickles' frame rate dropping again, so I'm switching back to Ty's audio and turning sync off for Pickles, so we hopefully doesn't end up being too bad.
Will I stream in a cheesehead? No, because I would have to take off my Queen of Hair basement crown to stream in a cheesehead.
Also, oops, Ty just went all the way back to start, or to one of the connector caves, continental connector caves.
Ty, please. Whatever. I think he's taken.
Lost.
Well, yeah. I think He's taken 2 of the caves in that 4-way with the rock in the middle, and neither one of them were the right one.
So he basically needs to get back there. He looks a bit confused at the moment. P5 is being P5 for Pickles.
Yeah,
This
Pickles
is the longest of the regular palaces.
Pickles is doing a really good job of recognizing a good amount of these dead-end rooms, not getting all the way to the end and then having to either, you know, up an A and start over or turn around and walk out. So that's impressive.
Yeah, Pickles is putting up a pretty impressive showing for someone who's pretty new to this randomizer, doing a good job with a modified power leveling strat you don't tend to see often from new runners. Has been doing well on a frankly horrendous scene in terms of maps. No one likes vanilla or vanilla shuffled. And doing a good job with these palaces too, considering how not amusing this seed's been. Got lost in Vanilla Death Mountain, but, well, everyone gets lost in Vanilla Death Mountain. Hey, Warlock!
Warlock! Oh, Warlock.
Uh,
We are Vanilla West and Vanilla Shuffled East and Vanilla Shuffled Death Mountain. So, pretty
Yep.
much all the vanilla.
Exactly.
All the vanilla. We've got poor Ty, who is thoroughly turned around here in vanilla.
Here we go,
Okay, there we
finally.
go. Ty throws up his hands in what is surely incredible excitement to have found this hammer cave.
Yeah. But at least he'll finally get out here after 15 minutes.
Yeah, and Trails made a good point in chat earlier. This, you know, Pickles having some of these issues in P5, getting trolled by P5, it is good for Ty in terms of, you know, he's going to pick up the medicine here and maybe be able to get some of this time back that he spent, you know, doing his overworld exploration while Pickles has been able to clear out a couple extra palaces.
So that assumes that Ty doesn't get lost in P5. Or at least not as lost.
True. Yeah. Ty will have to do more efficient routing on P5 for this to truly be a time gain, but, you know, we'll see.
Yep, because Rando is going to Rando. And mentioning the undertones of things, and if Trails,
we still need the flute. We still have a required three-eyed rock without a palace going.
Vanilla Shuffled, I think Three-Eyed Rock is still a flute, is still a palace. I could be wrong, but we are missing 2 palaces in the east. And there's really not a lot of places left for them. Because it might just be that's 1. We're missing P1 in the east, I can't count, and we don't know where it is. Probably Three-Eyed.
Yeah, no, Three-Eyed Rock is not exposed. The flute is hard required.
Yeah. Because all the other landmarks are shuffled in Vanilla Shuffled, but I think that one stays a palace. With the flag we have set that Three-Eyed Rock's always a palace.
Yes, yeah, in these flag sets, if there is a Three-Eyed Rock, there will always be a palace underneath it. If there is, you know, and then if there's a blocked, you know, a tree tile, there will always be a town underneath it.
Pickles is on the Maze Island Palace. So no.
Alright, here's Guma. So, Ty getting out of Death Mountain before Pickles found Guma.
And I'm not entirely sure what Ty just held up to his camera, but I don't think he's happy. Was that his Death Mountain map? Because that would make sense.
It might have been, yeah.
He's finally going to get downstab. Guma is being Guma. That is, 3-shot Guma there, taking out just over 2 hearts.
Ty was not, and Ty just remembering that he can't be doing any funny stuff if he wants to be able to ferry into this downstab entrance.
Whoopsies. Because the game is well coded. Pickles had taken a second death to Guma, and I only just noticed that Pickles and Beer was changed from Beer, B-E-E-R, in it's like B-E-E-R in Discord and B-I-E-R in Twitch. Did not see that. Notice that until just now. Minor side notes. And Joshi confirms that wasn't a fountain map. Figures. Guma's down for Pickles, thankfully, because I think it might have been a game over otherwise. That'll be his 4th gem in an hour 8. Pretty decent pace. Warlock, as far as we can figure this vanilla Shuffle East is beatable. We've seen the desert tile, we've seen the water tile, we have no idea where the Risen P back cave is, and we've got no clue where the flute is. Pickles has not seen the item in this P5, I believe. We're also missing items out of P4 and P4. We're also missing a P4 item. The flute can't be in P1 because that's it. Right? I don't think we ever saw the second Maze Island item. I'm a little surprised Pickles didn't just go find it. Either of them, actually. And Tyvarius is just been GP.
Tyvarius learning that Fairy was indeed hard required.
I think he knew that anyway, because it's Vanilla West, you do need to get to that island. Or a palace. His facial expressions are great. He's gonna go back to P2 and beat that now. He got Glove and Fairy locked out of here earlier.
And Pickle's gonna grab his Reflect.
Yep.
So, I'm trying to think what haven't we seen yet for this flute? Risen P-Bag Cave, Palace 4, second Maze Island item, and Palace 5?
Yep, those are the options. Actually, it's time for a poll for which one of those locations has this flute, because we are really running out of places for it.
Oh, and wait, did we see Grandma's basement? We only saw
No,
Bell
we
Tower,
have
right?
not. Good point, because that's 7 jar locked. We have 6, we just don't know where the other 2 are.
Okay, so there are a few ways that these runners could still get trolled by this flute. I was gonna say, Ty, please. I'm pretty sure this is Ty's item room.
Yep.
In Palace 2.
Alright, pulls up. Which one of these 5 remaining item locations has got our flute for us today? As Pickles finds his way to the southern end of the east, and sees that it is a flute seed. I kind of want to see Nukasudo Old Lady be the flute.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. P4, I think, would be fun. Because it can sometimes be a troll.
Yep.
Pickles finding that heart container on the desert tile there, evening out the heart container count between these two runners again.
Yeah, we know 2 was hard glove locked. Trails as Pickles beat out earlier.
Look, Homewrecker, just because RNG says they runners need 7 magic containers doesn't mean that Granny is greedy. She doesn't have anything to do with this.
Alright, here's the upstab for Pickles.
Yeah, and you know, I wonder when Tyvarius goes back for that, because he didn't have Fairy when he was in New Kasuda, or Darunia the first time. And I can't imagine him going into GP without upstab.
Yeah, it's not even in... It's not in the greatest location ever, admittedly. It's kind of buried in the Valley of Death. It could be worse, I guess. At least it's not in the New Kasuda location. And that's where Nibiru is. Pickles needs to find the cave connector to the vanilla New Kasuda location, because Nibiru is there today, and it has thunder as Tyvarius takes a lava bath. Pickles is going to find a magic jar here off the desert tile or water tile if memory serves. Yep. Getting one closer to the old lady who won the poll for what people want to see as the location of this gosh dang flute. Knowing how random it likes to be, it's gonna be an old lady in New Kasuda. The one magic jar is in P5 and the other's in P1 because the random likes to do that.
Oh yeah, that would be great, or P4 and P1 would be good.
Yep.
Ty looking for a double level here, I think.
Because we do have the ability to get to all of the other item locations, assuming we can, physically find the Risen P-Back Cave. Wherever that's gone off to, because we don't actually know. But we do theoretically have the ability to access it wherever it is. Jeez, attack 5 is expensive. Tyvarius up to 467 here now. And no, there's one way over to somewhere, then.
Okay,
yeah.
and here's our Risen Peatbag Cave.
There we are. I was like, I know where this is, like, this missing segment of the Valley of Death is like the only segment we haven't seen yet, so because we've seen basically everywhere else, so it makes sense it's here. And because of the frame drops, I have entirely missed what that item was, unfortunately. Were you able to catch that Royale in Risen P-Back?
No, I didn't, but it's not a magic container or a heart container. And we know it's not the cross, so...
Decent chance that was the flute. We don't know for certain. I think it could have been a junk item, but I wasn't paying much attention to his P-Bags. Or his magic. Wow. That was a flute!
That was
okay.
a flute. Okay.
On the menu there. Alright, so that is now go mode for Pickles.
Yeah,
Give him
melee. That's
freshness.
what I was. That's what I was thinking as well.
The flashing, yeah, I can see that. Alright, so there's jump for Pickles. And Ty is gonna go BP4. That does pit Pickles once he physically finds the Nukasudo connector, wherever that's the connector to the vanilla Nukasudo location. That will eventually put Pickles in go mode. But he is still searching for the Buru in the Nukasudo location, which has Thunder for him, and I don't remember where that passenger gate was.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure either. I tend to get confused with vanilla shuffled east, like where the pasture caves lead to.
Jules remembers. Well, can you enlighten us in the way that makes sense?
Oh, the one just under the river double? Okay.
Thanks. So is Pickles gonna find that right now? Apparently not. Because it would have been just north of where he was right then, but he's gonna go and beat P1 instead. Oh, he already found it? Maybe. Maybe when we get a rating. Anyhow, P1 is a very similar, about the same color as P5 was earlier. This 4 is a very colorful shade of yellow.
Yeah, I don't hate the shade of yellow, but the background is like that brick background with the other bricks. It's a lot.
There's just too much going on in this 4. This P4 is very vanilla GP colored, you are correct. And oh yeah, Ty did beat P2.
That's right, I forgot. I'm tracking too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're good, I just marked it. Or said pretty
Got
here.
A P bag here for Ty in P4.
Yep. And that is Gem 5 for Pickles. And he is going to update out.
Hi, taking down Karak, everyone's favorite RNG boss. And I think Pickles knows he needs to get to the new Kasuto area.
He's seen... Well, I don't know if he's been up to the northern end of the map yet, but he knows he needs to find that town. He also needs to find his last palace. She might have been able to peek from the southern side of things, but P4 was up at the top of the map there for Tyvarius, and I don't think Pickles has been up top yet. He knows how to get there, it's boot, but he just hasn't quite gotten to it yet. Though he does also know that New Kasuto is gonna be a town he's peeked at, so I think he's gonna try and find his way there first before heading up north for what he probably knows at this point has to be his final palace, because he's seen every other tile on this map.
Yeah, Pickles has done a very thorough exploration of the southern part of this eastern continent.
Yep. And
yeah, I think this is the way, yeah.
Alright, that's good. Pickles, there he is.
Alright, so Pickles about to be in go mode here.
Yep.
helping out Thirsty Lady. She can save the whole town from her thunder-crazed uncle. And Ty looking for Barbra Streisand here in green P6. And let's see. Pickles headed north? Yes.
Looks like it. Because he is in go mode. He knows his final palace is up here. Not sure why he just walked onto that bridge tile, but okay.
So, Trails, Ty has found the Maze Island bridge. He did find it early, and he went into Maze Island pretty early. Now, whether he remembers he found it is a different story, but he has been to Maze Island. He knows P5 is there. He just hasn't been back since he got his levels up and got downstab.
Pretty much. He also needs to find his connector cave to that segment of the Valley of Death, which had Risen P-Bag in it. Pickle's now in P4, and Ty picking up his heart container here at a P6.
Probably not too happy. Definitely hoping for that flute there.
Yep.
And continued palace exploration on both sides. That was a nice save by Pickles. That bot just nearly knocked him right into the lava.
Yeah, good timing on the ferry.
Ty missed his ferry timing.
Wouldn't have saved him anyway, because that's a glove lock there.
Yeah, I mean, he could have gone back and started over.
I guess there is that, yeah. Here, time for Pickles.
This is a fun room for Ty. Nice job
Very
on that
fun.
blue iron knuckle. Attack 5 seems to be pretty decent. Alright, with that, Pickles has placed his 6th gem at 1 hour 26 minutes and about 40 seconds, so he will be off to GP here very shortly.
Going to see how well that goes, cause GP can really troll.
Yeah, and I mean, we only have 6 magic containers, so it's not a ton of magic. I'm not sure how low Thunder has gotten down to.
Yeah, I'm not sure either offhand.
both Road Runners on Magic 6. You know, Ty still has 3 gems to place.
And unfortunately, just took a while to get around to Fairy, and quite a few overworld deaths just took up a lot of time for Tyvarius, who also got severely lost in Death Mountain, more so than Pickles did, getting into GP at just over an hour 28. Here's Barba for Ty.
Okay, so far, Barba Streisand 1, Ty 0. Let's see if we can change that. And Pickles not recognizing this dead end room in GP. Either that or he was hoping for the jar, which I think he did get from that chicken statue. The frame drops are making it hard to tell what's actually happening on his side, but he did up an A out of there. It looks like Ty's got good timing now on this Barba fight. That was a nice job.
Ooh, Orange checking out giving Pickles the business.
Yeah, when they camp out there on that ledge, it can be very difficult. At least the orange ones are one-hit kills.
Yep. Alright. Ty's gonna go VP5 now, and then he'll probably dig the item out if you're looking for that flute, and then we'll see. I'll probably go find the other item here in Maze Island as well, and then we'll see where he goes after that. Pretty likely these totems are both magic jars. We're not missing much in this seed.
I kind of hope he doesn't find any more magic jars, just because I think that's going to push him into Nukasudo and keep him from getting into Risen Peabag Cave for longer.
I think so, yeah.
Which will be unfortunate.
Yeah, GP also a gray color. They're not quite as nice as this, not quite as neat as this P5s for Ty.
Yeah, I think we lucked out with our color palettes today, Star. There's nothing that was really, headache-inducing, so that's good.
Yeah, P4 was the worst of the bunch, I think, and even that wasn't too terrible.
Okay. Pickles finding a room that if you come in from the opposite side that he came in on is a required fairy room. Into this paperclip room. Reverse paperclip. And let's see how long this takes Ty in Palace 5. It's like Pickles had a little bit of trouble manipulating that orange chicken to come down so he could get the ankle stab on him. And that was Thunderbird.
Yep.
Yep.
Gonna go get a refill first, and then go BT word, hopefully.
Alright, so Pickles has enough to cast Thunder and Shield. And with attack 8 is really... seems to really be giving Thunderbird the business here.
Seems like it.
Taking a few bops though, yeah, and takes a death
Ouch.
there. Too many
And he
of
gets
those
cascading.
cascading fireballs.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to be careful here.
Yeah, Thunder also taking out 79 magic, which is almost the entire magic bar, but does leave just enough to cast shield.
Yeah, it would have been really nice for these runners to find a 7th magic jar.
It would have. Yeah, I think
Okay, there we go.
Gotta love how Pickles has almost a completely full inventory except for that cross, which he is never getting, don't blame him. Because Cross is also in Deathman, and yeah, unlike Tyvarius, Pickles found Spectre before Spectre. In this case, he's found Darklink.
There we go. Darklink finally following Pickles there to the corner so he can get his ankles and face stabbed accordingly.
Yep. Good old cheese strats.
Yeah, VT Slacker. That was I mean, so there it looked like there was an opportunity, and GG's to Pickles and Beer.
GG's to Pickles, 134.39.
But yeah, VT, there was an opportunity for the GP to be extremely trolly. I think there was a lot of early possibilities for paths to take. Pickles did a nice job. And Ty is going to forfeit. GG's, Ty.
GG's. We will have both them in for the review after a quick break. And yep, that is a dot quit from Tyvarius. GG's. Please send beer. Lol.
Oh, yeah. Ty's break screen.
So I'll wait for them both to join the waiting room and then I'll tow them in and then we'll do an interview. We've got loads of time in fact since this seed wasn't complete and total trash. And then we'll have another race coming up after this.
I
And
love
then a race
tournament
after
season
that.
star. I love it.
Oh man, and here's the pity is that we are doing 4 race streams in a row tonight, and we're still not able to cover everyone. There's 2 races at 10 p.m. we can't cover because everyone decided to schedule tonight. I'm sorry to
Yeah.
JJ. I'm sorry to J Coper, JJ Schmidt, Paratroopa, and Dr. J PhD. We couldn't do it for you guys tonight. We can't get everyone.
Yeah, same. You know, I um a lot of some of these newer runners are from like Tyvarius and Homewrecker and Warlock. I know them from the Link to the Past community mostly. Um and I think it's Zelda Speedruns always does such a great job of really, really trying so hard to get as many of these races restreamed as possible. It's so nice. Um, I know with some of the larger communities like Link to the Past, it gets more difficult to organize restreams, but is one of the benefits of our smaller tight knit community here is we get to feature a lot of these runners on restream during tournament time.
As long as we don't have half the tournament scheduled in the same evening.
Yeah, that's true. It
Literally.
just seems like it's Wednesday was the night this week.
Apparently, usually it's Tuesdays that tend to be chaos, but today we just had 6 out of 12 matches in one night. Thanks, everyone.
I'm just
It's just how
glad
the
we got
schedule works out.
one like the 5 p.m. and even this one, Zelda 2 runners sometimes have extreme degen hours, so I'm glad we got some of these earlier races
Oh
restreamed for
yeah,
the peeps. Sometimes it's the earlier ones that are like, those late afternoon, early evening races that are harder to get covered in this community.
yeah, because everyone's a night owl here, to varying degrees. Not sure where Pickles is at, but we should hopefully get him in shortly. Um, well, okay, I'll just throw Ty in. Ty's still waiting, and we'll put Pickles when he turns up. Hey Ty, GG's.
GG's, Tyvarius.
Hey, thanks. Vanilla used to be my favorite flavor.
And GG's Pickles.
GG's Pickles. Congrats on your win.
Congrats. Sorry, the first thing Ty had to say was that
Jeez.
vanilla used to be his favorite flavor. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
So,
There.
how vanilla, and more vanilla.
Oh yeah, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
I mean, they don't call them star seeds for nothing. Like, she's got a reputation for a reason.
I even had my vanilla printed out DM map just in case something like this happened, and that barely helped.
It's possible that Nochibato may be mentioned in chat about your maps.
I absolutely had a paper map printed out, and I was like drawing lines connecting all the caves, like just so I wouldn't get lost. But alas, every choice I made was the wrong one.
Yeah, Pickles went a good follow in there too in that vanilla shuffle DM. Not quite as long. Pickles never did find that cross, but he was also there for a good 10 plus minutes.
Gotcha. Where was Flute?
Uh,
That was in
Flute?
Valley of Death.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Risen Peabag Cave, in that
Got it.
middle section of Valley of Death, Ty,
Yep.
that you never quite made it to.
Yep.
Yep.
Had to take a stupid connector to get there.
Yep. I thought I had tried them all, and I'm like, I know I still have that section of Valley of Death to get to, and I just clearly never did. So I was digging out every single dungeon trying to find the flute. I thought diving 3 early out of logic paid off with the glove, only to find the darn hint in Mido.
Yeah, that hint was nice. Sure was.
Oh well. No, GG's to you, Pickles. Good time on an Oops All Vanilla map.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Had a few bonehead plays, but other than those, it went okay.
I killed Rebo without downstab, so I'm alright. I completed something this seed.
Yeah.
And, I mean, yeah, you had a really nice Barba fight as well, Tiberius.
You did.
First try.
Yeah.
Thank you, though, Royale and Star. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Pickles, I noticed you were doing a bit of a power leveling strat there, where you got all the way to attack 8 relatively quickly before you got your magic level up higher, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I do it if possible. I don't. I try not to go out of my way. In one of those early palaces, I really wasted way too much time trying to hit a level up before placing the gym. It felt terrible.
Yeah.
Then I think taking attack 8. I sat there for a second debating if I should just take some magic in life. I kind of wish I would have. Turns out GP wasn't too terribly bad, but I was taking lots of damage at life 6 from those chickens.
Oh yeah, one of those orange chicken knights really threw you for a loop.
Yeah, and I think, like, GP, I think, had the potential to be a lot trollier. You did a good job routing, and I think part of it's
I got
luck
lucky.
too, but
Yeah.
you know,
I
it
think
had
I got
others,
lucky.
all of that divergence. in that first elevator. There was a lot of potential there for, 45-minute GP.
Yeah. Fortunately, one of those paths looped, so that
Yeah.
and well, one was a dead end too. So 3 of those 4 options, but then there was another split from the right way. But luckily, the going right ended up working out after the first split, after the first left. Go right after the first left.
Nice.
Yeah, those chickens were hitting hard tonight.
Sure were.
Yep. But I don't have a ton to comment about this seed. Deliver,
Yeah.
do everything, yawn at more vanilla. What's
Yeah,
is that how about continues to do its thing?
Vanilla's kind
I
of
think-
difficult to be like, oh, how'd you like the layout?
Just a bit. Fickles?
At least I don't know. At least the East was shuffled. I think it being
Yeah.
shuffled, the layout wasn't as bad if it were just straight up vanilla East.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree. I think if the vanilla biomes have to be in the pool for the flags, then it was nice to see the shuffled. At least it makes it less linear.
It does. The East worked out pretty well this time, as long as you found the connectors. That is.
Yeah, that's one of the the most fun parts about Vanilla Shuffled East is fun with connector caves.
Yeah, I don't know
Yep.
about that.
Homewrecker says that one good thing about this seed is you didn't have to submit to greedy granny. Wow, home, wow.
I mean, I ended on 6 jars, so I couldn't if I wanted to.
Yeah,
We never
same.
saw the other two.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 5 and 1 maybe then.
Likely, we never did see. The 8th could have been Old Lady's Basement.
Yeah, because I think that's all I had left on my tracker is 5, 1, old lady, and risen pea bags.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't going back there unless it was absolutely necessary because I looked like an absolute fool. Getting spell, turning around and leaving, only to
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah, I
went to
was
Yeah.
legit worried for you, Pickles, when
No.
you did that. I'm just like, oh, I hope he remembers that he needs to turn around and go right back there and check that tower.
Yep, I started thinking about hints, and by the time I got the magic, I was thinking about hints, forgot about the tower, got out of town, went to cast magic, and I'm like, crap, I haven't cast spell yet, so obviously I didn't get the item. And then I had the wrong spell queued up, so I got all the way to spell tower, cast shield twice, so I had to go all the way back to the magic lady to refill my magic. Felt really stupid.
I
Well-
appreciate you giving me every chance in the world, Pickles.
If it makes you feel any better, Pickles, Ty went into Mito for downstab and jumped while he was casting Fairy, so then had to leave the screen and go back and cast Fairy again.
I may have been a little tilted by the time I got that medicine.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, I don't blame you. You just spent 20 minutes in Vanilla Shuffle Death Mountain.
yeah. Because I had already seen Death Mountain when I got the hint, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, then if you take the, did you take the try going the north entrance
Oh yeah.
through Saria? Yep, straight to the dead end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna futz around in here for a hot minute, and then, like, one of my first trips to the east, I cleared a bit, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta go back and take connectors because I was a numpty, and then I ran into that blue Lizalfos and game over because I'm great at combat. So yeah,
It does unless I have thunder.
just yeah, I was a little frustrated, but I was doing all right, and then I was like, all right, at least the seed is a little trolly, not too trolly. Maybe Pickles is having a hard time, and I was getting into 5 when you got done, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna finish this.
Yeah, it was pretty trolly. I had, if you watch back, I had some real real silly moments. Like, what are you doing?
I'll probably watch it back while I'm totally paying attention at work tomorrow and just check out what comms say. It's obviously being new, I want to learn more. So anything like chat is saying or comms, I'll try and pick up on. And obviously watching your route and things like that, I'll try and pick up on.
Oh yeah.
But I was just going to say, but thank you again. I know it's been said before. Thanks ZSR for putting us on a stage. Appreciate it. Thank you Royale and Star for the comms. I'm not sure who's doing tracking, but thank you very much for tracking and the restreaming, all of you. I appreciate it greatly.
We ended up splitting it. Royale double duty comms and clickety clack. I double duty comms and restream, so we got it covered. And
Nice.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
GG's.
and
yeah.
I only needed a few reminders from chat to remember to click the boxes, so it's not bad.
I also clicked 1 or 2 items myself, but it could be worse. We survived, and we'll have another race coming up pretty shortly as well. We are not running tight on it. Pretty good time for you, Pickles, considering, you know, this. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about out of thoughts.
I did when I first took the raft. I'm like, oh, islands east, and then I went back and I tried to walk into the water. I'm like, oh.
And you realized where you were like, no.
Yeah, and then I was when I went back to the east the last time to try for P4. I was about to start looking for a connector cave when I remembered that you can walk north in the water to hit that upper part. That almost caused a big problem. I would have been looking for a long time.
You would have, yeah. It was a good thing you remembered that because that was the only way to get up there in this scene.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because I thought I had seen all the connectors, and I was about to head back to Maze to see if there was a connector cave in there.
Well, thank you both for a very fun and entertaining race.
And thank you both for putting it on. And GG's Tyvarius.
Same to you, Pickles. Ty works. It's all good.
Yeah,
I was closing stuff down, and I started to say it, and I had to look back to make sure I had it right there.
So, I do think that's about it for this race, at least. Give both of our runners a follow. Help get Tyvarius to the banana costume goal, and to give Royale a follow as well. Thank you all for this race and restream. Let's see. Coming up ahead on the CSR schedule, we've got another race coming up right after this. Got Devious RNG versus Sparkle starting up here on this channel on the hour, so in a little over 6 minutes. Gonna switch out runners, switch out volunteer teams, and we'll be back in a little while. We've also got another Z2R match right after that, still on this channel at 11 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow it looks like we've got a couple Skyward Sword Randomizer tournament matches, a couple Majora's Mask Randomizer standard tournament matches, a Wind Waker Randomizer tournament match as well. Got as well Night Shifter versus Warlock, and more stuff going on. There is a lot to be had. If you want Zelda reaction, you can find it here on the ZSR channels. This will be it for us right this second. We will do a little stop over and we'll be back in a bit.